Business Radio. Stocks are lower. The Dow's down 148 points. The Nasdaq lower by 74. Oil ending the day up 2.5% to above $60 a barrel. That's a high for this year. The U.S. trade deficit surged in March. Economists say that's an indicator the economy contracted during the first quarter. The $51.4 billion gap was the highest in nearly 6.5 years. Another busy day of earnings. Disney's quarterly revenue beat analysts' forecasts with higher theme park attendance. Estee Lauder had better than expected profit, but Kellogg's first quarter earnings fell 44%, hurt by the stronger dollar. And after the close, News Corp and Groupon are scheduled to weigh in. The city of Los Angeles is suing Wells Fargo, alleging employees took advantage of customers through unlawful and fraudulent conduct by opening up unauthorized customer accounts, charging them fees, and hurting their credit. Chris Maurer, CNBC.
Overturned truck, freeway construction, rubberneckers slowing everything down. I travel for work. News like that used to ruin my whole day until I discovered Citrix GoToMeeting. With GoToMeeting, you can meet from anywhere using your computer, tablet, or smartphone. No expensive travel required. And with HD video, simply turn on your webcam and it's like being in the same room, which means you can stay productive no matter how bad the traffic gets.
Visit GoToMeeting.com and start our free 30-day trial.
It gets real, it's live, it's really live, local and in motion. Every day on Kcaa, the Inland Empire's only live local motion talk. Kcaa 1050 AM and KCAAradio.com.
Inland Empire weather. We are cloudy out there, cooling as the week progresses, and possibility of showers by Thursday or Friday. Overnight lows tonight dropping down to about 55. Right now we are at 70 degrees here in San Bernardino. Looking at your drive, you have still got that off-ramp closed from the 215 northbound transitioning onto the I-15 southbound. Can't do it today. At least not now. There is a fatality going on in that area, and they are cleaning up the mess. Stop and go through Corona on the 91 eastbound between Highway 71 and Auto Center Drive, and also road construction on the eastbound 10 right there at Euclid, so watch your speeds in that area. That is the latest in weather and traffic on the station that leaves no listener behind. KCAA 1050 AM.
It's the show that's saving the world, one naughty joke at a time. Langdon Nation, every Friday night at 7 p.m., right here on KCAA 1050 AM. KCAA proudly presents The Poorman Show.
You were in rehab. I heard that you were in rehab.
Is this like an old radio rating trick or something?
If it is, it's not working.
It's time for
Radio Hidden Back.
Is there anybody in the Inland Empire who can call our show that's actually in the Inland Empire, where we broadcast to? Okay, we got somebody else. Hold on here. Let's get somebody else.
We've been off since about 1.
Why didn't you tell me this?
Because I didn't want you getting upset. I wanted you to continue with your lovely show.
It smells like an outhouse in here.
Yeah, I imagine.
And if I can't run
this is our radio
the
station,
right
and
way,
you will run it like a professional.
I can't hear anything in the room, by the way, because I can't hear you guys. I honestly can't. Do you have regular bowel movements?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
I'm telling you right now what's going to happen.
You really never know what's gonna happen. Here's the Poor Man.
Thank you, Mr. Announcer, Pat Matthews, and everybody. Happy Cinco de Mayo! Yeah. From the plush offices of the OC Weekly, worth billions of dollars. We are celebrating Cinco de Mayo today with you and everybody in the Inland Empire, everybody in the world who happens to be listening to today's show. And to celebrate this moment, I have with me a bottle of Silver Patron and my special guest, the editor of the OC Weekly himself, the man who can destroy anybody if you get on his wrong side, and I hope I pronounce it right, Mr. Gustavo Ariano, is that right?
That's right, and you're not going to be ever destroyed, poor man. You are a Southern California legend, so it is an honor to have you here in this den of iniquity called the OC Weekly.
Well, and dude, I really appreciate that, and I actually write for you on occasion when I'm not being an idiot and forget, right?
Yeah, no, you write amazing articles, usually giveaways, usually about Taco Bell. Hopefully you're going to do a cheesecake article for us very soon. We want you back on our pages.
Oh, it would be an honor. And I mean, it's really great that you decided to do Cinco de Mayo because you are Mexican American also,
yeah, go
right?
figure that one out.
and so what, well, I guess before we even get into this, I think we all need to do a shot. And we've got the web editor here also,
no
Taylor
fair.
Hamby, who was on the radio. You did a great job. Hi, Taylor.
Howdy, guys. Thanks for having me back.
What was that, Di?
I said, that's no fair. Where's my shot?
Yeah, you just need to contact Mark Westwood in the next room.
I get to watch.
You get to watch us getting drunk. All right, so anyway, we're opening up a bottle of Silver Patron. Now, being the fact that you appreciate good tequila and you are Mexican-American, Gustavo, is Silver Patron worthy of the occasion?
So, Patron is a good tequila. It's not the cocktail. It's not the tequila that I have in my office, but I will never hate on anyone who
in his office. I love it. Yeah. He has it in his office.
No, I have many tequilas, many bourbons, many cordials, all that good stuff.
Whatever
in my
gets
office.
you through the day.
Exactly. Well, it gets me through the morning, and then in the afternoon we move on to stronger things.
You sound like Trevor the drunk, my
producer. Exactly.
Trevor the borracho. We're speaking Spanish today because it's Cinco de Mayo.
Right. Say something in Spanish.
Muy bien.
I was going to say something, but get you in trouble with the FCC. Then again, the FCC doesn't know Spanish. Hola, ¿qué tal? A todo el Indian Empire. Que se vaya la fregada, la ciudad de Murrieta, locos, babosos. Inútiles.
And Fred, the owner of the station, he might have something there because I think the #1 rated station in the IE is by far is Spanish speaking.
Oh yeah, probably some Raza station playing narco music, I'm sure.
and your shot glass that you're going to be drinking. By the way, Nate, the music editor's here. Grab a shot glass, Nate. How are you, my man?
Good, poor man. How are you?
Yeah, and
good to see you.
Yeah, good to see you. Do you drink tequila?
Oh, hell yeah. Every day.
All right, grab a shot glass, and then we'll do a toast.
Nate'll come back. He'll have his tequila shot. And we're going to get drunker later on tonight because we're meeting a very special guest that we can't talk about on the air.
You can't?
Really?
No.
Oh, why not?
Because.
Okay. Is it somebody famous?
It's not somebody famous. It's somebody who can rule our future. Let's put it that way.
Really? A politician potentially?
Yeah, something like that.
And you guys are going to back him at the OC Weekly?
We don't back any candidates because we've realized that most candidates eventually suck. And then if we build them up and then we have to take them down again, then that means that we look like fools. So it's better to look like fools from the beginning and endorse no one.
Right. But as far as drinking goes, though, writers drink, right, Taylor, all the time?
Oh, yeah.
Like, tell everybody the article you did till just recently. Every week you had to do this. Tell everybody about.
Oh, right, yeah. Well, I did a column called Dive Dive My Darling, in which I traveled to the dankest, darkest bars of Orange County weekly and told the stories of all the weirdos and freaks that I met there, basically.
And you had to drink at the bar.
I was at a bar every other night of the week, pretty much.
And
at least 3 times a week I was at a bar.
And Gustavo's your boss. Did you want her to go to these bars?
She's the one who came up with the idea. I heartily endorsed it. I would pinch hit for her from time to time, and I also enjoyed it as well. And a couple other people. Nate did a couple of dive bar columns. We got to bring back the column. We've had it on hiatus for about a year. We had to
recover her liver.
Well, all of our livers, not just Taylor. Taylor did a great job, but all of us were pretty soused after doing it.
Does he ever scream at you guys, Nate and Taylor?
I think that's just his regular talking voice.
Come on, you got to get closer, guys.
I think that's just his regular talking voice.
All right, so are you ready, you guys?
Yeah,
everybody's getting a shot.
Camera.
And if you're
Di.
watching online on the Ustream, you can see we really are pouring Patron tequila into everybody's cup. And Taylor has a small one. What does yours say, by the way? Yours says Karma.
Oh, yeah, mine too, yeah.
And explain what your shot glass is. Yours is elaborate. It's got like gold on it. It says tequila. And
it says On Tequila. It's a brand. It's the name of a very good brand of tequila, On Tequila. Mine's called a caballito, a little horse, because it's basically 2 shot glasses in one. You also have a caballito as well.
Yeah, this is tequila
Herradura.
What does that mean?
Herradura means the horseshoe.
Oh, okay.
An herradura is a horseshoe. That's one of the oldest brands in Mexico. That's a very good brand, actually. But that's more mainstream than Patrones. In other words, it's more, that would be like the Jim Beam. Herradura would be the Jim Beam.
Is Patron like down the list in good tequilas, do you think?
No. I mean, it's one of the best-selling tequilas in the United States, more on the prestige side. So I would consider Patron to be more like Maker's Mark. It's a great tequila. It's kind of mainstream. It's not the best tequila, but it's worth it.
What is the best tequila?
My favorite tequila is a tequila called Corralejo. Corralejo, it's actually getting more popular. You can see it in most bars. They have really tall, thin bottles, usually made like with a burgundy color or blue color. Very good sweet tequila.
Well, I guess rather than talk about it, what do you think? A shot? Yeah. Here, get close to the mic, you guys. So people, even if you're driving, of course, we would never recommend drinking and driving, but we're going to toast to you on Cinco de Mayo. Here we go.
All right.
Cheers. All right. Down the hatch.
1 tequila, 2 tequila, 3 tequila, floor.
You only took 1 sip, though.
Well, I'm going to drink it all. I like to sip my tequila. I don't need to take a shot glass. Fine, just for Poorman. Look at this.
This is it.
Yeah.
Right.
There you go.
Is this early for you guys, or do you really start drinking earlier in the day, pretty much? You want to get a little closer there, Nate.
What time does our morning meeting get out? 11:30?
Yeah.
Usually by then, I'm at least sniffing a little something, trying to wake myself up. And then, something to wash down the lunch with.
Yeah, and I was just going to ask you, Gustavo, since you're not Mexican American, are you, Nate?
No, people think I am. Sometimes it works to my advantage, sometimes not.
Yeah, you look like you could be potentially. Yeah, you want to get closer too.
Okay.
So Gustavo, what's the significance of Cinco de Mayo, just for people who don't know?
Cinco de Mayo commemorates a victory by the Mexican army against the French army back in 1861. It's called the Battle of Puebla. So we celebrate it as this great stance against tyranny and imperialism. But what people never seem to mention is, so the following year on the exact same battlefield, the French came and kicked the ass of Mexicans, and then the French took over Mexico for about 4 years, and then imparted most of their culture on Mexicans. So quinceañeras, pan dulce, mariachi, a whole bunch of other stuff that all came from the French. But somehow Mexicans celebrate it as a victory for the Mexicans.
That's
very good.
Crazy.
Thank you very much.
That's crazy.
For the rest of us, it's just an excuse to get drunk.
That's
right.
Why
do people get drunk on Cinco de Mayo?
Why are you asking this question? It's Mexicans, drunks. Come on. What kind of question is that? No, well, it's become in the United States, since Mexican Independence Day is just too obscure a holiday for Americans to understand. Americans think the only Independence Day that ever happened was American, 4th of July. So what happens is for the Americans, they want any excuse to pretend to be Mexican at all. So Cinco de Mayo is a perfect one.
That sounds good to me. Okay, when we come back, the OC Weekly is pretty controversial. That's where we're at right now. If you're just tuning in, we're at the offices of the OC Weekly celebrating Cinco de Mayo because it was made at the request of the fearless editor, Gustavo Arellano, who is Mexican-American. I want to find out when they, OC Weekly is not short on being opinionated, and we're going to find out if they get death threats. So we'll be back with more Cinco de Mayo on the Poorman Show.
Hey everybody, Pat Matthews here. When I'm not doing the production of the new Poorman Show here on Kcaa 1050 AM, I'm programming my internet radio station, Beatles-orama. It's been my pleasure to keep the spirit of the Beatles alive for the past 13 plus years, hosting my morning show Monday through Friday and running the greatest tribute station on the web. So if you've never heard us, go to Beatlesorama.com and click on the player start button. And if you're already a listener, all of us here at Beatlesorama, thank you. When I say Wave Tools, you think surfboards, right? But not just any surfboards. We're talking boards that just work better. Since Lance Collins polished off his first surfboard in 1969, Wave Tools has been cranking out the best boards money can buy for all of SoCal and beyond. Come check out what a real surf shop is all about. Real surfers hanging out any time of day at Wave Tools Surfboards. Customize that new board with a look that screams you. Wave Tools Surfboard in Costa Mesa. Go to wavetoolssurf.com or call 949-631-0887. The crew is ready to assist you. 949-631-0887.
Injured at your job? Abused by your boss? Fired? My radio show sponsor, workers' comp attorney Scott Schwartz, will help at no cost. Go to his website, SoCalWorkComp.com, or give him a call, 818-350-2658. He doesn't charge you anything unless he makes a recovery.
Have you ever wanted to bring the beauty of the ocean right into your home or office? Or already have an aquarium and just no time to clean it? Let Scuba Steve's Fish take care of that for you, specializing in new aquarium setups and maintenance. That's ScubaStevesFish.net, 714-600-2739. Check out the website at ScubaStevesFish.net. That's ScubaStevesFish.net. Get it? Fish.net? Serving Orange County and parts of the Inland Empire. There's nothing worse than a dirty aquarium. ScubaStevesFish.net.
Andale! Woo! It is Cinco de Mayo, and I've had one shot of Patron, and I'm already buzzed.
That's how we like you, poor man.
Right, because it makes me fake happy all the time.
Oh, come on. You're a real happy person. This whole facade of you being a miserable wretch, it's a facade.
Do you guys want to know what I heard today from a buddy of mine he's the photographer for The Killers, a personal photographer, because his brother-in-law is Brandon Flowers. I ran into him by accident. And I posted on Facebook a picture of me with a pile of money because he had just had to go to Bank of America next door to get this money that he had to get in cash. He told me they were on the Kimmel show the other day. And and I've known Tori since he was 16 and he's now like 30. And so he said to Jimmy Kimmel, who I've never met, he goes, hey, you know what? I'm really good friends with the poor man. And guess what Kimmel said?
Oh, God, I can't imagine.
Okay, we've never met. He goes, I hear that guy is an a-hole.
Oh, my God.
Oh, my gosh.
Come on, Jimmy. You're better than that. He's just still too much of a loyalist to K-Rock. That's why.
Yeah, everybody at K-Rock can't stand me. Mm-hmm. It's really... I'm not an a-hole, am I? You work with me every day.
No, you're not. You're... difficult sometimes, but yes, I wouldn't go that far.
But even if you are an a-hole, poor man, you are... our a-hole. You are Southern California's eternal a-hole. These other, fly-by-night flavors of month can come and go, but you are eternal. You are amazing.
Oh, dude, you're awesome. Can I kiss you on the lips?
No.
You guys, you're in the writing business. I mean, do you ever get writer's cramp and get really frustrated and angry or not? No.
We really don't have that luxury. We're not like the Orange County Register or the Riverside Press Enterprise.
Or the LA Times.
Or the LA Times. Mm-hmm. Yeah, or the San Bernardino Sun for that matter. We're a tiny publication. If we have writer's cramp, that means people beat us. That means people are getting to the great bands, the great restaurants, the hard-hitting news stories before us. So obviously, any writer, you might be stuck for a little bit, but that's why we're here. Like, we could bounce ideas off of each other. We could just get up, get a shot, and get more, get liquid inspiration. It's all good.
Do you really drink every day, like while you're here?
Sometimes. It depends if we get a new bottle and I'm excited, or someone gets like just a really good thing and we'll pass it around. But for the most part, what we like to do more is eat. So we always have Girl Scout cookies around. Every year I buy about $300 worth of Girl Scout cookies and just pass them around the office. It lasts us for months, and then we start getting pizzas and tacos. I always think of a well-kept, well-drunk staff is a happy staff, and a happy staff does great news stories.
That's awesome. Okay, we're with the main force behind the OC Weekly. We're actually in the OC Weekly offices. Gustavo Arellano, he is the editor and the main man, and also the music director, who's Nate Jackson.
Yes, sir.
And the web editor, Taylor Hamby.
That's me.
And you guys are pretty young, too. But Gustavo's pretty young. Everybody's young compared to me.
But you're the youngest amongst us, though. You are like, what would it be, Benjamin Buttons or someone.
Right.
Or maybe the picture of Dorian Gray. But nah, you're not evil.
We also all agreed. We took one shot of Patron, and you were only going to take one shot. And now what did you suggest?
I suggested let's do another one.
I agree.
The hell not?
You're
again,
in the studio.
Not fair.
It's bad radio for us to do a second shot of Patron.
Yeah, that's bad radio.
Is it?
Yeah, because you're not including me, you see.
Yeah, she's only.
It's like you guys are having a party, and I'm like standing on the wall by the wall here watching you guys. It's not fair. Bad radio.
Hater,
bad radio. I am.
Okay, we have somebody, by the way, as we take our second shot, somebody is on the phone line who has a question for Gustavo. I guess it's Mike from Menifee. Yesterday I was bitching all day we didn't have any IE calls, and the owner of the station was ready to fire me afterwards.
Yeah, I mean, you can't get more Inland Empire than Metheny, man.
Hey, Gustavo.
Hey, what's going on, man?
Hi. First of all, I want to say I really enjoyed your article on the Citrus War of 1936 and the article on the deportations of Baston Cherry Ranch.
Oh, cool, man.
I was wondering, are you going to write any more history articles for the OC Weekly?
Absolutely. In fact, our cover story that just came out this past Thursday is one of those. It's about the last desperado in Orange County, this guy named Rosario Saenz, who in 1910...
Yeah.
He murdered 5 men, was put into the Orange County jail, then broke out, beat up the sheriff, threw him in jail, and then escaped across the border, and then was captured by the federales, who told the Americans, "We don't want to keep this guy. This guy's too crazy."
I was wondering, why don't you teach at a community college or something like history? I mean, because you really write really well.
Your free time.
Because he can't drink on the job. That's why.
No. When I'm a professor, I don't drink at all. That would be a bad example.
You don't read about it much anywhere else.
I agree. I'm associated with the Department of Chicana and Chicano Studies at Cal State Fullerton. I haven't taught there in about a year and a half. Just because I've been a little bit busy with other things. But no, teaching's awesome. And yeah, the history that we do at the OC Weekly, no one ever covers it. My managing editor, Nick Kcaa, we did a whole book about the hippie mafia that was here in Laguna Beach, the Brotherhood of Eternal Love. They're basically... Yeah, they're basically the people who introduced LSD to the United States. So just all these amazing stories.
Yeah, I'm kind of interested in labor history, too, and I know kind of history of Mexican Americans intersect. I just finished reading a book about the West Virginia mine war. It's called The Devil is Here in These Hills, written by a guy named James Green. It's a really awesome book, and this kind of history, the history of America's Industrial Revolution and the rights of workers is very seldom taught, on TV and on popular histories. Maybe in certain books it is, but in popular histories and the movies,
Wow, is this wait, is this NPR or the Poorman show going on right now?
But, let me tell you about him. Okay, let's draw it back to Poorman-esque terms. Okay, how old are you, Mike? Mike, how old are you?
I'm not going to get into that. I'm talking about history with Gustavo.
No, you have to, because Gustavo would appreciate this. How old are you?
What, 30? Okay. Are you 30?
Yeah, something like that. But
you're 32. And he has never been French kissed by a woman in his life. Wow. What, Nate? Reaction.
Dude, take care of that today.
Today.
Hey, Gustavo,
who's going to take care of it?
Have some Patron.
Hey, Gustavo, do you think, I know this guy seems kind of racist and he's on the opposite end, but would you ever go on the Anthony Cumia podcast at all? And
I'll go on anyone's broadcast, television show, lecture. I will speak anywhere and anywhere. I liked Opie and Anthony. I think Anthony went off the deep end, but then again, I also, various people do various things. Look at Tim Conway Jr. Tim Conway Jr. used to be all funny on the KLSX days. Now he's just a ranting lunatic on KFI.
Yeah, my dad loves him though. So there, Anthony, I know he's really out there, but I think you and he, because Anthony had Lionel on, and Lionel's kind of out there too. So I think you'd do well on the Cumia show.
This guy needs to get laid, don't you think?
Hey, come on, talking about labor history and radio, inside baseball, this is a man of my liking. So, yeah, no, I would go on anywhere and anywhere. The crazier the talk show host, the better.
You're on with Tom Likas every week, too, right?
Last Wednesday of the month, Tom Likas, we do an Ask a Mexican hour where people call in with their questions about Mexicans, and that's where I actually get progressively drunk.
Well, Gustavo, keep up the good work, and I hope to read some more of your stuff, okay?
For sure. Thanks, man. Yeah, just pick up the latest OC Weekly. Go online right now, ocweekly.com. The story is called The Last Desperado, or on the website, we call it The Legend of Rosario Saenz, OC's Last Desperado.
Yeah,
and hey, thanks, Mike. And also, I really appreciate you listening to the show all the time. You know that.
Okay. Yeah, I appreciate it, too. Okay, thank you.
Okay, and we'll toast to Mike from Menifee. We're doing another shot. Somebody suggested, they tweeted me and said, where they IM me, whatever they did, they said, take another shot. We're taking our second shot of Patron.
I feel like I should start some music.
Abajo, pa'l centro, pa' adentro.
What does that mean?
I just condemned the United States to hell.
Really? Okay. You know our little hand signals, right, Di?
I do.
Okay. All right, this next call. By the way, our phone number, if you want to call on Cinco de Mayo, we're getting drunk on Patron. It's 888-909-1050. And on the line right now is a legend
Dave?
of Poorman callers, Video Dave. Are you there, Video Dave?
Good morning. Good afternoon, guys. How are you?
Video Dave is into UFOs.
Well, actually, Poorman, I have a problem here, and since you're in the media, I wondered if you could help me.
Well, it's not just me in the media, Video Dave. It's also the editor of the OC Weekly, Gustavo Arellano, the music director of the OC Weekly, Nate Jackson, the web editor of the OC Weekly, Taylor Hamby, and we're in the offices of the OC Weekly. That's more media than you could ever, throw up at.
Okay, so listen to my story, guys.
I will listen, Video
The
Dave.
Walt Disney Company and Disney World flew me down to Disney World.
When?
About 10 years ago. And we
Okay, this is very current.
Hang on, we opened up a ride called Alien Encounters from the New Tomorrowland. It was a ride where people would experience what a UFO abduction was. Also, we made a documentary called Alien Encounters from the New Tomorrowland, and I gave Disney about 2.5 hours of the greatest UFO footage ever taken. Disney paid me fine, flew me up there, flew me back. Then 3 days later, I see on television movie and TV stars who have seen a UFO on Entertainment Tonight. So I send Entertainment Tonight a bill for $9,000 for using my footage. Entertainment Tonight sends me back a check for $200 and says, this is all we're going to pay you. So my question to you, Mr. Reporter, and you, poor man, is, how can Paramount, a motion picture company, pirate my copyrighted UFO footage?
What happened? That must have been a UFO that hit Video Dave.
That was the first volley of the U.S.-Mexico War Part 2.
Awesome.
We are taking over America, Americans. Be very kind to us. Drink mucho tequila and eat a lot of tacos today, or you will be doomed.
Di, you could come on live.
I am.
Okay. What did you just say in my ear? We've had 2 shots of Patron already, and I'm a
I thought it
lightweight.
might be time for a break.
Oh, we have another break. Okay. We never even got into the death threat. So when we come back, we are going to talk to the OC Weekly about whether or not they get death threats. I know that just to get in the office, you have to ring a buzzer, and then they have to let you in through a latch door.
That's only to keep away the OC registered reporters that want to work for us.
All right, we'll be right back. It's Happy Cinco de Mayo! Woo!
All legal cases are different. Hiring the right lawyer can make all the difference in the outcome of your case. Whether it's a DUI, divorce, or family law, the law firm of Hanson, Gorey, Bradford & Hanich has the solution. From misdemeanor to felony offenses, Hanson, Gorey, Bradford & Hanich have more than 50 years of collective legal experience to win for you. Call right now to schedule a free no-obligation case consultation today. 951-687-6003, 951-687-6003, or see for yourself at hgblawyers.com. Do it now. As heard on Little Steven's Underground Garage, it's the straight-ahead rock of LA's own, the 4019. Rock and roll like it was meant to be played. Get the music at the4019s.com. Spell it, the4019s.com. See them live Friday, July 24th, along with Berlin at Monte d'Oro Winery in Temecula. Go to the4019s.com and have yourself one hell of a good time.
Have a good time.
Hey everybody, Pat Matthews here. When I'm not doing the production of the new Poorman Show here on Kcaa 1050 AM, I'm programming my internet radio station, Beatles-orama. It's been my pleasure to keep the spirit of the Beatles alive for the past 13 plus years, hosting my morning show Monday through Friday and running the greatest tribute station on the web. So, if you've never heard us, go to Beatlesorama.com and click on the player start button. And if you're already a listener, all of us here at Beatlesorama, thank you.
Injured at your job? Abused by your boss? Fired? My radio show sponsor, workers' comp attorney Scott Schwartz, will help at no cost. Go to his website, SoCalWorkComp.com, or give him a call, 818-350-2658. He doesn't charge you anything unless he makes a recovery.
It's Cinco de Mayo, and this is the Poorman on the Poorman Show. We are getting drunk in honor of the Mexican-American, whatever it means. Do you know, Taylor, what it means? Honest Taylor Hamby, the web editor of the OC Weekly.
Gustavo just gave you a history lesson. Where were you, poor man?
My brain was
reading
elsewhere.
his texts.
Gustavo Arellano is here. He's the editor of the OC Weekly. Nate Jackson is here. He is the music director. And before we go anywhere else, if anybody else wants to talk to the people, the main people of the OC Weekly, the number is 888-909-1050. We're getting people are man, I'm buzzed. Two shots, but people are like sending me texts. If you want to text me personally, 949-870-6155. Go ahead, Gustavo.
No, I just want to thank you again, poor man, for being here. I really appreciate it, and I also for all of you in the Inland Empire, support this man. He is a living legend. Los Angeles unfortunately rejected him because Los Angeles is a bunch of losers. Orange County, we still love Poor Man, and the Inland Empire now loves Poor Man as well. So screw Los Angeles.
Okay, I want to get all of your guys' reaction on this. You're a controversial weekly, the OC Weekly, and I wanted to know if you guys ever get death threats. Just because I was thinking when I came in here, you actually have to ring the bell and announce who you are, and the door is latched. And I hope you guys can honestly answer that. After two shots by the way, should we take a third?
No.
No?
No, I actually have to interview someone at 3 o'clock. So Mark Twain said, "Write drunk, get it sober." So maybe I should, right?
How about one more, you guys? It's up to you. Should I push it or what?
You can do one more. We'll watch you do one more.
Taylor doesn't have to be part of this. Nate and I will succumb.
Yeah, I'll go the distance with you, poor man.
I'm going to sit this one out. I'm going to be a good employee.
No,
Nate
Taylor,
is a
Taylor
trooper.
actually has the most important job at the paper, which
What's
is
that?
Keeping our website alive and happening. You do have to be a little bit sober for that. A little bit drunk, but a little bit sober. Taylor has passed her limit.
That's what Casey Fallon does for our Poor Man page, which really I don't envy him at all.
But is he a big drinker?
Someone has to do it. Well, whatever. I'm going to start pouring.
All right, okay. So do you guys ever get death threats? That as we pour our third shot of Patron.
We do get death threats. We do get a lot of threats. You know, that's what happens when you write the truth. People do not like listening to the truth. So I've had my parents' home address published online. There was once a bunch of neo-Nazis were angry that I exposed them for being neo-Nazis, so they openly threatened me on their own online internet station. We just get random weirdos all the time. But if we weren't getting these death threats and we weren't getting these threats, that would mean we're not doing our job.
How close has anybody come to carrying it? Have you ever had anybody here show up with a gun, honestly?
No, never have. That we know of. On the other hand, there's mysterious beings that inhabit our offices, and we are convinced that they listen to everything we say. So screw you, man.
But have you ever been in public? Have you ever been accosted at all?
People try to start fights with you, yeah, but whatever. Eugene V. Debs once had the legendary socialist presidential candidate once had a saying is all you have to do is look at these idiots in the eyes, and they'll usually run away. So, it happens.
Let's take another shot.
There
okay, to Cinco de Mayo at 2:34 p.m. Oh, Taylor.
No, she can't.
She can't.
No.
You're shutting her off.
I am doing my Mexican in chief privileges. Exactly.
All right, get on camera, everybody. Get on camera. Hold on. We got to hear it on the mic.
There you go.
Okay.
Greedy.
Come close. Come right in front of the mic. Okay.
There we go.
Gustavo,
while you guys
gotta
are
drink
getting
a mic.
drunk, it sounds like
I gotta drink
Trevor
a mic.
is actually sober.
Turn the mic.
There you go. You see? Sorry, when we have this small camera, I have a face for radio, and now radio's also television, so I'm screwed.
Yes.
Okay.
And I've always had a face for radio, but I have a cute voice. That's the only thing. And
you got that hat.
Yeah, who's on the line?
Trevor.
Drunky
Oh,
McDrunk.
Trevor the Drunk is on the line, my producer. Oh, you got to hear this though, Taylor. Before you, okay.
But he sounds sober.
I'm sober.
He's
All right,
sober. He's sober right now.
Trevor, are you? I hope you aren't drinking. My
He's
producer.
not.
No, I'm not. I'm not
One of my
drinking. I just
producers,
want.
Pat Matthews is my other producer. Trevor the drunk is where I normally do the show from. Go ahead.
Okay. Do you have a pen and paper, poor man?
Do I have a pen and paper? Yes, of course. I always do when I do the radio show.
Okay. I want you to write down 2 phone numbers. Okay.
You're going to say them over the radio?
That's what I asked him. Whose numbers, Trevor?
All right. Whose numbers?
1-800-4-MY-TAXI.
That's good.
Okay.
That's good. At least.
And the other one is 714. 999. 9999. That's Yellow Cab.
What about Uber?
I have Uber in my wallet. I don't have their number memorized yet.
Hey, Trevor.
Yeah. Bye.
Legend.
Bye, Trevor.
You know what's funny? I'm drunk and he's sober.
He's being responsible.
We normally do the show from his house in Placenta, California, and it's really funny because yesterday he was mowing the lawn and he was drinking cocktails at noon. This is
he's a weak sauce.
Yeah, go ahead.
He probably could have a
What?
career in writing.
Emphasis on. Never mind.
Well, he's had 3 DUIs, and he's 49. He's been drunk every day pretty much since he's been 15, except when he wore an ankle bracelet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
DUIs just meant you get caught. Come on, don't get caught.
Right. Well, you know what we ought to do, Taylor? Taylor. Yeah, I've been saying Nate and Taylor. Well, Nate, you try to find the new music in the OC, right?
That's correct.
Tell a little bit about that, if you don't mind.
Well, my job is pretty much, to sit.
You're the editor of the OC Weekly for music.
Yes, I'm the music editor for OC Weekly. My daily job is to run our music blog, which is called Herd Mentality. And we post on there every day, nonstop. We do live reviews. We talk about the new up-and-coming music, anything that's like an issue in the music world in Orange County, we pretty much cover it.
And what do you think of what's being played on the radio right now in terms of music versus what's not being played?
Oh man, well with radio, it's hard to really even take the time out to pay attention to that much radio because so much of it seems behind the times, and a lot of what I do is I try to find bands either through SoundCloud, which is like a streaming site for bands who just put their music up. I go through and just listen to different, look at different music blogs that talk about bands that I might want to check out. And I go to shows, man. That's my main way of finding the bands that I'm really excited about.
What are the bands you're excited about? And what type of music do they play?
Man, there's so many, but I would say locally there's a lot of great bands
in the OC locally. You mean?
Yeah. Let's see. We have interviews with guys like Well Hung Heart. They're a great band out of OC, a 2-piece, kind of like White Stripes with an extra drunk White Stripes. I don't know. They're very hard and abrasive, but they're a husband and wife team. Seedless is another great band from Orange County. They're a reggae rock band, and there's...
And they're getting no airplay, all these guys?
They get airplay, but they do a lot of their following is just from being great live acts.
Yeah, I noticed you guys, I read Taylor's Facebook page so I can seem like I'm cool. I don't even tell her that, but... And because she says you guys go to the Glass House, and who did you see at the Glass House recently? That's because that's in the IE. Is the Glass House, in your opinion, the most cutting edge concert venue? You want to get really?
I wouldn't call it the most cutting edge.
A little closer.
I wouldn't call
even
it,
though you have to.
We can hear her fine.
I wouldn't call it the most cutting edge venue in Orange County, but they certainly have quite a bevy of great acts coming through, and especially in the last year or two, they've
and
really...
they're IE, though. They're Pomona.
Yeah, we've kind of adopted Pomona and Long Beach as far as the music scene of things that we cover. We've sort of annexed that from LA Weekly.
And so Who have you seen recently at the Glass House that you think could be huge? That isn't.
The last person I saw was Jenny Lewis. I would say she's already huge. I mean, not necessarily radio play huge, although
Why not though? Why aren't they giving her radio play?
Like her last. She was in a band called Rilo Kiley, and that band did get a couple songs on the radio, but now she's a solo artist, and I don't know why her new albums haven't been on the radio, but that doesn't deter me from going to see her. I think she's amazing.
And you guys were both at Kcaa. You were there 2 weekends, right, Nate?
I was, yes, just barely recovering.
And Gustavo, you don't mind if they go to Kcaa and get just ripped?
Hell, we pay for it. Yeah, no, we get a house out there. We get a compound. We get almost all substances are approved by me and paid by me. Almost all. I have to say that for legal purposes.
What do you think is the importance of Kcaa, Gustavo, for the OC Weekly?
More than anything, it's just finding the stories, finding the next. I don't really care so much about the bands, but the freaks that go there, all the people on drugs. We did one of our other writers, my calendar editor, Amy Murillo. She did a story about. She interviewed people who were high and asked them about the art at Kcaa, and it was amazing insights.
Tell me some of them.
Come on, Poorman, I'm drunk right now. You're not going to ask me to remember some of these insights. And better yet, you have to do a plug. You have to go to ocweekly.com and look up for that article. People on drugs review the art of Kcaa. Read. That's the only way I could get paid.
It's on Herd Mentality. That's the music blog.
Okay, anything you want to add?
That's www.ocweekly.com.
Do you guys ever get frustrated by anything? Because you guys are working your butts off at OC Weekly. What are the frustrations?
We do not like...
Go ahead.
Let's be code. We don't like that Stephen King novel about that evil car that comes out alive. We can't say the name of that novel, but we don't like that novel.
Why? I mean, I don't know anything about that novel.
But all I could say is we do not like that novel at all. It's just a very, very bad novel.
And a really shitty car.
Okay, you can't say the SH word.
You can't. Sorry about that.
But that's
Nate.
all right. We can bleep it.
Awesome. Yeah,
we just dumped that.
It's a bad car. It's a bad novel. We do not like that.
We just bleeped an SH bomb. Let's hear the bomb again, Di. This is for Nate Jackson at the OC Weekly.
Thank you.
We need to take a break here. Okay, anybody else who wants... people are texting me like crazy at 949-870-6155. If you want to go on the radio with the editor of the OC Weekly, Gustavo Arellano, on Cinco de Mayo, we've all taken 3 shots of tequila. The music editor, Nate Jackson, the web editor, Taylor Hamby. I am the poor man. I don't think I've ever enjoyed doing a show more on our beautiful station, KCAA AM 1050, than today, when I'm absolutely smashed. As we continue.
Injured at your job? Abused by your boss? Fired? My radio show sponsor, workers' comp attorney Scott Schwartz, will help at no cost. Go to his website, SoCalWorkComp.com, or give him a call, 818-350-2658. He doesn't charge you anything unless he makes a recovery.
The music of Casey Fallen. His second album, Atmospheric Disturbances. The powerful melodic energy that is Casey Fallen. On the college radio charts for months, Atmospheric Disturbances. Discover Kcaa Fallen. Buy the CD at Target stores and online at Amazon.com. Downloads available in the iTunes Store. Get more info at KcaaFallen.com. Enjoy and sell the world's most perfect coffee. Javita invites you to sit down and enjoy a cup of their coffee with your family, friends, coworkers, and business contacts, and then share the Javita opportunity. Help spread the word about coffee that boosts your metabolism to speed up the body's fat-burning processes while helping you to maintain better focus. It's delicious and could earn you a steady income at the same time. Javita offers you a chance to make social marketing work for you. You'll be paid to drink and share coffee. How great is that? Call 626-478-7923. That's 626-478-7923. Or go to javita.com/coffee, the number 4, Life 315. Javita Coffee. All legal cases are different. Hiring the right lawyer can make all the difference in the outcome of your case, whether it's a DUI, divorce, or family law. The law firm of Hanson, Gorey, and Bradford and Hanich has the solution. From misdemeanor to felony offenses, Hanson, Gorey, and Bradford and Hanich have more than 50 years of collective legal experience to win for you. Call right now to schedule a free no-obligation case consultation today. 951-687-6003, 951-687-6003, or see for yourself at hgblawyers.com. Do it now. When I say Wave Tools, you think surfboards, right? But not just any surfboards. We're talking boards that just work better. Since Lance Collins polished off his first surfboard in 1969, Wave Tools has been cranking out the best boards money can buy for all of SoCal and beyond. Come check out what a real surf shop is all about. Real surfers hanging out any time of day at Wave Tools Surfboards. Customize that new board with a look that screams you. Wave Tools Surfboard in Costa Mesa. Go to wavetoolssurf.com or call 949-631-0887. The crew is ready to assist you. 949-631-0887.
It's a happy Cinco de Mayo! Woo!
A todos mis chavitos de Nesa.
We are back. We're doing Cinco de Mayo from the offices of the OC Weekly, which is a huge mag in the OC. You know, when I first went on Kcaa, the station we're on, the IE, they had an IE weekly, and it's gone, Gustavo, the editor.
Yeah, that was created by one of our former employees here, Jeremy Zachary, really awesome guy. It just wasn't working out for him anymore. He still does an awesome monthly magazine called Culture.
What happened, though, to the the IC Weekly?
They just were not, in a position where they wanted to continue it anymore. So they just decided to cut their losses and go off and do Culture magazine.
Were they successful financially?
Sure. Oh, yeah.
They put me on the cover when I first went on Kcaa in 2010, and it was so good for me. They describe me as they go, you see this guy, Poorman? He can barely walk. It's like this guy who looks like a big loser. And then when he goes on the air and they open up a mic, he's really good.
The microphone is your fountain of youth, poor man.
Right.
And the rest of the time, you're just this man who runs 12 miles a day somehow. You're going to be one of these 95-year-old weirdos in Newport Beach. But again, then you put you on the air, and then you're like 23 again.
It's funny because when I was in Australia, I did Australian radio for a while. I sat in the office of the biggest program director in Australia, and somebody comes in, and I'm sitting there, and the guy goes, you see this guy right here? Hello, mate. You see this guy right here? He looks like he's just nothing. But when he opens up the mic and goes on the radio, he's really good. And the guy is looking at me and going, yeah, right. Do I really look that burnout? You can be brutally honest. Go ahead.
Like right this minute, or just in general? No, I mean, I would say after 3 shots of tequila, you're holding up pretty well there.
Yeah, but Gustavo, you don't like,
I don't like what?
You don't like skirt the truth.
Never.
If I didn't go on the radio, would you look at me and go, that guy is like?
I would say you are a classic California beach bum. A California beach bum, there's nothing wrong with it. It's a type of person, like the cholo, like the hipster, like just, the paisa. A beach bum is one of the subsets of California. That's what you are. You're a beach bum.
But you wouldn't look at me like a guy who could go on the radio and do a radio show.
Well, you can't determine by looks alone, no. But again,
by looks alone, what would you determine?
You're a beach bum. That's all.
And I would have no job.
Not necessarily. Beach bums. Look at Bob McKnight of Quicksilver. He's the ultimate beach bum, and he's a multi-millionaire.
But I don't have the Richard Branson of Virgin look.
Well, no, who does? Richard Branson is just such a precious person.
You don't like him?
No, I don't care for him. I mean, I don't care either way for him. I don't like Kobe Bryant. How's that?
Why?
Do we have to ask why? Because he's a jerk, and then he had that nice incident in that Denver hotel with that woman.
Have you ever interviewed Kobe Bryant?
No, he wouldn't. I see. I could share something, but I think it would get you in
trouble.
No,
share it, please.
Let's just say that when Colorado officials interviewed him about the alleged rape, they asked him, about the particulars, and he said that, let's see, when he would climax, he would like to climax in the face of a woman because that was his thing.
In the face of a woman?
That's from the police report.
And you know what's funny? I went to Denver. I was working with Kiss FM at the time, and they sent me out there to investigate the Kobe Bryant thing. And I was getting stories faster than anybody because, I mean, I'm can you kind of, in my roots?
You're a lovable scamp, poor man.
And I'm a reporter like you guys are. I think underneath it all, am I right or wrong? You're the editor.
Of course. Come on. You're a legend. You know exactly how to get under the skin of the high and mighty, and that's what we look for in a reporter. That's why I like having you as a writer for us as well.
Dude, that means more to me than anything else we've done today. Because I know that if Fred fires me, I have Gustavo.
Yes, you have me. You will always have a home at the OC Weekly as long as I'm around.
Did you hear that, Di?
I did. And I'm thinking maybe I could have a job there and go somewhere and drink.
Right.
Yeah, no,
I can write Gustavo.
Our requirements for reporters is that you have to be willing to raise hell. Or as we say in Spanish, you have to raise desmadre. If you're going to be some wimp reporter or somebody who doesn't like to comfort the afflicted and afflict the comfortable, good luck with the Register. In fact, I know they're looking for happy-go-lucky people.
You have a big boner about the Register.
No, they're just our competition. Reporters are always looking against competition. Our other competitors locally, there's really none. I mean, the Daily Pilot to a lesser extent, and some loser blogs here in Orange County, but that's about it.
Who is doing a good job with a written publication anywhere in the USA? Because obviously written publications are facing a lot of challenges these days.
Sure. Harper's Magazine, Vice, of course, is blowing up with their digital and television stuff. GQ, I've always liked GQ, really good publication. In These Times, some crazy leftist review. LA Times is good as well. You know, there's good places and bad places.
Somebody just texted me and says, yes, you look like you're a burnout. Thank you.
Hey, you know what, haters? Slag off. What the hell do you know?
Yeah, I'd like to see anyone else run 12 miles every day. That's
well,
your
that's good, but
response
I haven't gotten laid in 12 years. That's not good.
12 miles, 12 years.
You guys are like all of a sudden.
I don't believe it.
No, I swear to you.
I believe you pull all kinds of tail with that hat.
It's a Wave Tools hat. That's one of my new sponsors. I just got him yesterday. Okay. All right. So, Di, you had a question for the
I
did for Gustavo, the editor of the OC Weekly, the music editor Nate, the web editor Taylor. Go ahead.
Okay, I just want to know. I'm sure you guys have all worked at different publications as well, right?
No, actually, the OC Weekly has been the only job for all of us in print.
Really?
That's how much.
Okay.
That's how much this paper means to us. That we have this environment where we're actually all friends
cool.
outside
you're
of the office.
Family.
So why would we want to go to any other loser paper?
Well, what I was going to ask is, do you think that they also drink? Because, I mean, poets are notorious for drinking.
Mm-hmm.
And
most daily newspapers actually have a policy. They make you take drug tests. They make you, I mean, let's just say if there was drug tests institute at this paper, I think 77% of the staff would have to leave immediately. And, including alcohol, Girl Scout cookies, and other illicit substances.
Okay. All right, so we've got Brett on the line, and
Brett from
should
Sacramento.
We go to him? Yeah.
Okay, Brett, how are you?
How you doing?
Wow.
Brett runs a Facebook page called the Poorman Club, right?
Poor Club, yeah. And Gustavo and I go back a little bit too.
Yeah, this is Brett from Sacramento. What's up, man?
How you doing, bro?
Good. Thanks for calling in.
Yeah, I was looking forward to talking to you. I got a good question. I'm waiting to hear. Do you have an update on the Noggles movement at all? Do you have any news or pass along or anything you tell us?
You can say that again, Brett. Cause
I'll repeat it. I know exactly what he said. He asked if I have any update on Noggles, the legendary Mexican fast food chain, if it's coming back. And yeah, I actually did a story a couple of weeks ago in the OC Weekly that Noggles, a blogger from Huntington Beach, he actually sued not sued, but he did a trademark request for against Del Taco, and he won that against Del Taco. So now we're just waiting to see how he's going to bring Noggles back. There's some talk of maybe making it a food truck initially, definitely doing more pop-up restaurants, but whatever the next update is, we'll post it on OC Weekly on our food blog. Stick a fork in it.
How did Noggles go away? Because they used to be like a fast food restaurant.
Ubiquitous. Del Taco bought it out, and then they just absorbed all of them, and then just ran away. But as Brett is bringing up, and so many, Noggles still remains a very beloved part of Southern California life. And so Christian Zebarth is the guy's name who brought it back. He's really smart in trying to bring it back. And the food, Brett, you got to go to one of these pop-ups, man. The food is amazing.
I did.
Go ahead, Brett. Sorry.
I didn't get. Here's a little tidbit. I don't know if Kcaa's been there. I haven't been to a pop-up yet, but I've been to Buns and Torch in Visalia, California, off the 99 freeway, and they hear the Knuckles.
I heard about that. It's a family. No, come on, Visalia. Why would anyone want to go to Visalia unless they were forced to by law? But now you have Noggles, right? So I definitely have to go there.
Yeah. It was okay. I went there, and I was expecting a lot. I was kind of like, this isn't quite the Noggles I remember, but it was, at least worth a try.
Thanks, Brett. Hey, by the way, thanks for doing the Poor Club. We got two show websites, Facebook sites. The Poor Club, which Brett does, and Kcaa, which does my official site called It's Just Poorman. And you can go to either one and learn more about the show. We'll continue here from the offices of the OC Weekly with the editor Gustavo Arellano, the music director Nate Jackson, the web editor Taylor Hamby, who we haven't spoken to, but we will speak to before the end of the show. And that's it. We'll be right back after this.
Have you ever wanted to bring the beauty of the ocean right into your home or office? Or already have an aquarium and just no time to clean it? Let Scuba Steve's Fish take care of that for you, specializing in new aquarium setups and maintenance. That's ScubaStevesFish.net, 714-600-2739. Check out the website at ScubaStevesFish.net. That's ScubaStevesFish.net. Get it? Fish.net. Serving Orange County and parts of the Inland Empire. There's nothing worse than a dirty aquarium. ScubaStevesFish.net.
Injured at your job? Abused by your boss? Fired? My radio show sponsor, workers' comp attorney Scott Schwartz, will help at no cost. Go to his website, SoCalWorkComp.com, or give him a call, 818-350-2658. He doesn't charge you anything unless he makes a recovery.
As heard on Little Steven's Underground Garage, it's the straight-ahead rock of LA's own, the 4019. Rock and roll like it was meant to be played. Get the music at the4019s.com. Spell it, the4019s.com. See them live Friday, July 24th, along with Berlin at Monte d'Oro Winery in Temecula. Go to the4019s.com and have yourself one hell of a good time.
Have a good time.
Tired of spending too much money on an ad and then trying to find your ad in the newspaper, buried among hundreds, even thousands of other ads? Isn't it time you got a great deal when you were trying to sell that car, that dining room set, that refrigerator, or offering your handyman services? Now you can in the Nickel Shopper. For as little as $7.50 per week, your ad can be seen by thousands of eyeballs in the high desert, and they're getting the Nickel Shopper for free. Call today to place your ad in the Nickel Shopper, 760-646-3654, or go to thenickelshopper.com for all the details, 760-646-3654. The Nickel Shopper. Coming soon to the IE.
Here, we don't have much time left. Taylor Hamby, tell us about OCWeekly.com. You're the web editor. What's going on?
Well, OCWeekly.com is pretty much how most people get OC Weekly's news. I mean, we're seen in...
Is it more than the physical paper?
Absolutely, because, in Orange, you can only pick up the paper in Orange County and some parts of Long Beach, whereas OCWeekly.com is 24/7. It's accessible from places around the world. So, I mean, people in pretty much every continent of the world can read what's going on in Orange County.
She puts on slideshows, videos, online-only specials. On Facebook, follow us on Facebook. Every night we have something called the Pole Dance where we ask a ridiculous question. We have stuff on Instagram, on Twitter, and Taylor's behind all of that.
And also, somebody just texted my cell phone. He goes, ask Gustavo, where is my pal Joel Beers? And Taylor might know.
Taylor?
Well, where you been? He's in the paper every other week.
20 seconds, guys.
Yeah, Joel Beers, longtime OC Weekly theater critic, total G. He's actually doing the Oral History of OC Weekly, our 25th anniversary issue. That's going to come out in August. So look for it. Go to OCWeekly.com. Subscribe to everything we have right there. If you're in the OC or, I said the OC, shoot me. I'm going to die now.
What should it be called?
No, just OC. Call it OC, Orange County, blah, blah, blah. Anyways, OCWeekly.com, Facebook, OC Weekly, Instagram, OC Weekly, Snapchat. We're going to get that soon.
Thank you,
happy
guys.
Cinco de Mayo, everybody.
You're on board KCAA's Inland Talk Express. KCAA, Loma Linda, 1050 AM, the station that leaves no listener behind.
I'm Chris Maurer, CNBC Business Radio. Wall Street having a rough day.